Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. To those that are new here, I make fitness, nutrition, and travel content. And in today's video, I wanted to share 5 steps that will take your training to the next level, progressing from beginner to intermediate. I have personally been applying these 5 tips and have seen great improvement in the last 6 months. In my opinion, what differentiates an intermediate lifter from a beginner is 1, they know exactly what they're doing in the gym. They have a structured program that they're following, and when they work out, they're focused and in the zone. They're lifting heavier weights with proper form and control, and they're consistent in their training, which shows both in their physique and how heavy they're lifting. First of all, I've made a few changes to my diet. 1, I'm no longer in a deficit. For some of you that have been watching my videos, last year I spent more than 6 months in a calorie deficit, which is not ideal for taking your training to the next level. So simply by increasing my calories back to maintenance or slightly above maintenance, I've been feeling a lot stronger in the gym, and my recovery has also improved. When you eat at maintenance, you can also integrate more high-calorie foods in your diet. I've even noticed that certain sugary foods can make my workout a lot better and give me the energy I need to work harder than last time. Another thing that I've started doing is having a bit more caffeine to power my workouts, whether that's in the form of coffee, energy drink, or pre-workout. I just find that it gives you that extra boost and takes your workouts to the next level, which results in better progress. What we usually check in the nutrition information is the concentration of L-citrulline or citrulline malate. It basically dilates your vessels and helps pump blood into your muscles, which gives you a pump. So this one's actually not too good, but we did get a better one here, and the concentration of citrulline malate should be around 6 grams or 6,000 milligrams. The other thing that determines if I like a pre-workout is honestly the taste, and it's really hit or miss. I feel like 1 out of 5 will taste good. This one's acceptable, but this one is absolutely terrible. This is blue raspberry, and this one is orange juice flavor. The caffeine content on this is about 250 milligram. Just to give you an idea, coffee will have under 100 milligram, and this is basically like 3 coffees. Second, I started to prioritize mind-muscle connection and form in the gym. And what I mean by that is when you're starting at the gym, you're usually trying all the new exercises, trying to understand which muscles working. But as you progress in the gym, you're going to notice that certain exercises will just feel like they're targeting your muscle better because you have a better mind-muscle connection. So if you're a beginner, I'd encourage you to try different variations of the exercises, see which ones fit your body structure best, and then just stick to it and progressively overload. The other thing that can help your form is making sure that you're setting your exercises properly and not being lazy. For example, if you're setting up your hip thrust, you really want to make sure that your bench is the right height. If that means adding some elevation under your feet and your bum, then you should do so, because the heavier you lift, the higher the risk of injury. So setting everything up properly will avoid any setbacks. Number 3 is progressive overload, and I feel like this one is often misunderstood by beginners. Adding weight to the bar is not the only way to progressive overload. Wow. And as you get more and more advanced in your training, you realize that you can consistently be adding weight. There is a limit to how much you can add and how fast you can progress in weight. Eventually, you can't rely on newbie gains, and you have to start implementing more advanced progressive overload techniques, such as slowing down the negative, drop sets, and increasing volume. Another thing that will also differentiate your training is starting to train closer to failure, if not all the way to failure. Oftentimes beginners don't need to do that because they're still in the initial newbie gain stages, but as you progress in your training, if you want to see results, you have to train harder than last time, and the intensity really picks up. Having someone to spot you can also really help you train to failure, just to make sure that you don't injure yourself in the process. So number 4 is consistency, and this could look slightly different for everyone. And I don't mean just being consistent and showing up to the gym, but I mean consistently working out each body part twice a week for optimal growth. And if that means doing full body twice a week, or doing a lower upper body and going to the gym 4 times a week, or even doing push-pull legs and showing up 6 times to the gym, that is personal preference and can be tailored to the time that you have to put into the gym. But ultimately, you should be training each body part twice a week to see the most progress. At one point, I was trying to follow a push-pull leg routine, which didn't work for me. 6 times a week at the gym was too often and I could not recover from it, so I ended up skipping workouts. Since then, I have moved to an upper-lower body split, which requires for me to go to the gym only 4 times a week and allows for enough time for me to recover. This leads me to my final but still very important point, which is to prioritize recovery. So a lot of things influence your recovery, such as your sleep, your diet, how much water or alcohol you drink, how active you are, how stressed you are, and these are all things that you can optimize to improve your recovery. It does not all happen overnight. It's a step-by-step process, which is why it's called a journey. But ultimately, as long as you're progressing and making little optimizations in those areas, you will feel like you're recovering much quicker, which will allow you to have better workouts and push harder than last time at the gym.